Some people love it, some people hate it, but I think we can all agree that scamping is really a thing.
Scamping?
Idiot! Sucked! Useless!
Okay, calm down, pal.
Okay, man, you got it.
Don't hit yourself.
It's the wrong word. Just retake it.
Fine.
Yeah, go again.
You got this.
Here we go.
Today on Pitch Guys, we're going to discuss one of our favorite summer pastimes, camping. So load up on marshmallows and set yourself down by a controlled fire. It's time for Pitch Guys.
Hooray! Woohoo!
Also, we warned you last time that a few of you are not heeding our content warnings. We've told you, get your kids out of here. This isn't for them.
I mean, I'm a parent. I love my kid, and he can listen to this podcast. So
We don't want kids to hear us swearing. So if you're any kind of halfway decent parent, stop subjecting kids to this.
You got pieces of what are you doing? What kind of parent are you? Complaints and I'm sick of the
What kind of parent? All right, what kind of world is this where you're letting your listen to?
it's up to you. So make a good choice.
welcome again to Pitch Guys. It's great to be here with you guys.
welcome to you.
I'm really excited about this episode.
It is really exciting because we are out here at beautiful Leech Lake. And that's right, just the three of us on a fantastic weekend of tenting.
I'm psyched.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Boys' weekend,
Boys' weekend in the great outdoors.
Yeah, so you're going to hear a few
Can't go
things. I
wrong.
mean, we can't control the sounds that you're hearing in the background like we can when we're back in the studio. So
more ambiance.
you're going to hear nature.
You're going to hear me eating some chips at some point.
That's
too,
right.
because-
You might hear a marshmallow or two.
Yeah.
Maybe an owl.
I've heard that actually you should never try to stuff too many marshmallows into your mouth at the same time because actually you can cause yourself to suffocate. It can seal off your airway and kill you.
Is it one of those internet challenges now?
It's a chubby bunny thing.
Okay.
But I gave it up in the 90s.
Yeah.
Well,
You
So-
can do a Tide Pod chubby bunny later.
Chubby bubby. That's right. So it's been, we've just started our weekend. This is our first night out here.
This is my first time really
And-
camping.
No, yeah, I've done it a little bit. I've got a trailer, but I'm not a real tenter. I know Derek is really
This is
our.
about my 132nd camping trip.
You're a veteran.
Yeah.
You're a bit of a camping ninja.
Well, I do it quite frequently.
I tell you, I don't think I'd have the confidence to actually come out here if I knew that you weren't an old pro at this. Yeah.
But, like Mountain Men is kind of I'm working towards getting onto that show eventually.
That's a show.
Yeah, Mountain Men.
I watch a lot of DIY shows.
Oh,
So you're
History
one of
Channel.
these guys. You're a survivalist, is what you're saying.
Yeah, survivalist, prepper, however you want to think about,
And how
Realist.
did you pick up this interest? Where did it start from?
Well, I mean, we all got to be prepared for the end of the world, right? You got to know what you got to have your plan, right? And I mean, look at some of the world leaders right now. You got to be ready on the flip of a dime.
Climate change.
Yeah.
So if you turned on the news and they said the apocalypse is going to be in 3 hours,
I'd say
you're
okay,
good to go.
Load it up, put your bags in the truck. We're going north. Let's go.
What about
I
a
mean,
Walking
south,
Dead world?
don't
Could you
follow
survive
me.
that?
I mean, again, I would go north. Zombies can't really exist too much in the cold, so at least you have some
You know
reprieve.
this? Have you seen the science on this? Or
Well, I mean, at least the snow would slow them down quite a fair bit.
That's true.
yeah.
So
I think I'd get out to a little island. That'd be my thinking.
There's been movies where they go to islands and it does not work.
No?
The island always becomes infested.
Ah, jeez.
I think they can walk along the bottom of the lake or the ocean
yeah.
or whatever it is. And,
what if there's dinosaurs on the island to protect you?
well, yeah, but that's a whole nother scenario.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
I'm sure you'd
Yeah.
be prepared for that.
Well, yeah.
Well, this is just a beautiful location. I didn't know if I was going to survive the 5K hike in, but I think it's well worth it.
You
It's
did
so
pretty well.
beautiful out here.
Yeah.
For our American listeners, a K is a kilometer, and it's actually less than a mile. So,
Yeah.
but still
That's right.
a pretty good walk.
Yeah, 3 miles.
Yeah.
3 mile hike.
Yeah, we hiked in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's great just to be out here in nature and look up at the beautiful stars in the sky and
don't
not
see
have the
stars like
light.
that in the
no,
city,
the
no.
light pollution is always a problem. So if we're lucky, we might even see some northern lights tonight.
Oh my God, that'd be
we
wonderful.
go.
We got a pile of wieners and marshmallows here ready
Big
to go.
old pile of wieners.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Couple cans of beans roast over the fire. It's going to be a good time.
yeah. Beans in my bindle. I'm excited to learn a little bit from you here, Derek. And
Okay.
I'm thinking I'm going to like this experience. And I'm ashamed that I haven't been camping more.
I'm ashamed
Well,
we've
I
never
know
gone
that
camping.
we haven't brought enough food for the 3 days. So the plan is tomorrow is that we're going to try and do some fishing here. And
Some fishing. I brought some snares. We'll be able to find something.
I've been working on my squirrel call.
Excellent. What
Can we hear it?
Well, it's not quite ready yet, but it's at a pretty good spot.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
It goes a little something like this.
Holy shit.
That's
that
pretty
was
darn
amazing.
good. I would think that's real.
I had to take a couple months off work to perfect that baby.
In the event that we get ourselves into trouble and we need to use some sort of code call, if
Right.
we could all use that
Yeah.
would be great.
Okay.
Mind you, Trevor's the only one that can do it, but
Yeah.
So if you hear that sound,
Trevor's in trouble.
Trevor's in trouble. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And mine will be help. I need your help.
okay.
Yeah.
I won't get in trouble, so I won't need one.
Right.
Yeah, you'll
you
be
are,
fine.
Yeah.
We
Kind
might
of
need
a-
you.
Yeah, that's
okay.
for sure, right?
If I hear help or the squirrel call.
Yeah, well, I
You're-
can't do the squirrel call very loud, so I better be close to you.
I don't know anything about first aid. I can't even use a defibrillator, even if it had instructions.
No.
So I'm really relying on you here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I know
that'll be
why, I wanted to come out here.
Why
And
is that?
clearly, well, I told you because I wanted to kind of experience this and
Yeah.
maybe pick up a few tips from you. And
Okay.
Al, you clearly have gone before a little bit and enjoy it. But, what are reasons why somebody would want to do what we're doing out here?
I like to get away from where there is no cell phone coverage.
Yeah.
And I just find that it helps to clear me, that I don't have to constantly checking my phone for work emails. I get to actually be one with nature. So that's what I enjoy about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I find it's a pretty good reset. Just, going out, being outside, walking along the trails, picking wild raspberries.
Is that what
it's
those in the
invigorating.
know call them? Raspberries?
Well, it's,
you
it's
pronounce
one,
the P.
It's one pronunciation. I mean, you can
never heard
choose how
that.
you want to do it.
For someone like me, I guess just proving something to yourself, maybe building a little character.
Yeah.
You
The challenge.
Yeah, getting a little bit rough and dirty.
Yeah.
Right? I imagine, too, like, if you didn't have a lot going on, like, when you found yourself to be without a job or homeless for a little bit, camping is kind of an ideal solution because, you're not down on your luck. You're just exploring the woods and,
The rent is cheap.
bettering yourself, right? Or to escape creditors
Yeah.
and the law. Camping would work then in that kind of situation.
You could find yourself a good hideout in the woods, and that clear path. You could probably stow away for quite a while.
So why did we choose this place again? This location?
Leech Lake.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a beautiful lake.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I hear there's a lot of, I just was doing a bit of reading on the internet before
Yeah.
we came, and that there's supposed to be a lot of wildlife in the area, and that sightings are quite common.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing myself a hoot owl.
Or bear, or anything.
I don't wanna see a bear.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Well,
from a
it's
distance,
probably
right?
pretty rare that we're going to see one
I
out
hope
there.
so.
But
A rare
yeah.
bear.
yeah, we could
That's
go
why I
out
like
looking
'em.
for tracks later and see what we can find.
All right.
I'm
Could be
pretty happy
something.
around this fire. Maybe a deer would be
Actually,
all
I
right.
was taking a pee a little bit earlier, and I did see some droppings. I don't know if they were rabbit or exactly what they were. They're pretty large though for a rabbit, but
Was it more of a clump or more of a like nuggets?
Was it little pellets?
it's a large chunks.
Okay.
Huge.
Well, maybe.
You didn't just get turned around on your way back and walk back across.
It might have been. I don't know, Trevor. Were you out there earlier? Or?
There was huge chunks. It's not mine. No. I wish. I like the fiber too much.
Well, we'll have to go investigate a little later.
Well, you do that for sure.
But yeah, like obviously in the woods, lakes, pretty obvious places to camp. Being Canadian, I would say anywhere in British Columbia is probably a camper's paradise. Where are some other places people might camp?
You want to just pass me a hot dog, please?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a sec.
Get
Here you
yourself
go.
a dog.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank
There
you.
you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anywhere
let's
in
pitch
the-
some ideas for cool camp.
Anywhere in the
location.
mountains,
Yeah.
is good.
Oh yeah, the fresh air.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
You see those those climbers who sleep on like a little sleeping bag suspended from a cliff. Oh, not for me.
One picture that I would like to see more is when I go to the lakes, when I go to the places I like to go to. I get there with my tent or my roll of twine and my knife ready to set up my lean-to for the night kind of thing.
Kind of shit here.
And then in the campsite next to me, there's like a super camper that shows up with its air conditioning and its 2 generators
glamper.
and the lights. And, I'd like every campground to have a kind of like I don't want to call it a hardcore zone or a good camper zone.
Softcore zone and a hardcore zone.
Pansy,
something,
no pansy.
Something that's like, just a little bit out in the bush, kind of like what we got here. That's you can only tent, there's no power, it's real, it's more rustic. I guess you can call it rustic.
Well, let's admit it. Generators are for
well,
right?
I don't want to paint anybody with a brush, but
we're early into this, but I'm pretty impressed by you already.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty amazing, actually. I know you've talked it up a little bit. You've mentioned it before, but
I'm excited to see some of these.
No idea that you were this accomplished.
Yeah, well, I just spend a little time, and it kind of becomes a second home.
I'd like to camp myself all the way down into the States too. I think, and like check out the California redwoods. That'd be a cool place to camp. I mean, the ticks are probably the size of dogs, but like sleeping in a tree or something.
The other problem with the California redwoods is all of the apes that have taken to it in the last few years.
Those movies, it seems like it's drawn
made
them.
their home there. So that and the Ewoks, it's an issue.
Yeah, they're adorable though.
Yeah,
I've heard good things about the West Coast Trail. I'd like to do that one time, all along the coast of BC, Washington, all down there.
What about winter camping? Have you ever done that?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, and what'd you think?
I haven't done it as an adult. I went as a youth, and we got there, and the snow was about 4 feet deep, and so we created there's some wildlife outside. I don't know what it is. I don't know what is in the bush there.
This is not as quiet like our usual environment.
No. We actually tunneled ourselves in. It was kind of like you imagine digging trenches like you were in a war. At least we did. But we just slept in a little trench off the main trench, and it was.
Did you spoon too, or
no? Each one of us had our own little hole about the size of a sleeping bag, and slept inside of that.
And was it warm?
It was decently warm. I woke up, I had a tarp over top of mine, and I woke up to like a rabbit scampering across the top of the tarp and almost falling in on me in the morning. So
I'm going to go out on a limb here and suggest that you did not freeze to death.
No, still here.
Cool.
I can't say I've ever tried it.
Have you ever slept out underneath the stars?
I did once.
Yeah.
On a canoe trip. It was like slightly under a tarp, but that was...
Did you sleep in the canoe?
No, it was just like on the beach. And there was like a tarp down, and then that kind of had a tarp over top of us.
I've done some necking out under the stars when I was a teenager.
Don't lie, Al. Those stars are bright tonight, though.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't get this at home.
No.
I'm feeling at one with myself, but also with you.
Yeah, I feel like we're also with you.
If you guys look up there, you can see those kind of 3 stars connect into the 4 stars. That's the Big Dipper. Yeah. And if you look along the right-hand side of the Big Dipper and just follow those 2 stars up, so right up there, it's the North Star. And then it just it becomes the handle of the Little Dipper, and the Little Dipper pours into the Big Dipper.
That's a satellite.
And, the two dippers are kind of, they're combined. They work together, and I feel like we are the 3. If there was a 3rd dipper up there, that would be us. We're just
awesome.
connected.
We're Big Dippers, and you are North Star.
Yeah. What I've learned about us from this trip is that you really for the most part, you're pretty much useless in the other episodes, but. You actually know quite a bit about this.
I feel like
a few things,
this is the one episode where your star is shining.
A chance
I appreciate that.
Derek to show his quality.
Thank you for that.
Pretty good.
You want to just go grab a few more marshmallows from over there?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. So what do we got here? We covered locations.
Well, I mean, I think it would be, again, cool to do like the California trip that Derek was talking about, but I don't feel ready yet.
Yeah.
That's not my thing. The desert, I don't want to do that. It would be hot. Right?
No.
It'd be hot as hell.
Yeah, exactly. You run out of water in there, you'd be in big trouble.
I'd like to camp in Cabela's, a camping supply store, maybe just to get my feet wet. Stay after closing time and just...
That sounds like a John
camp
Hughes
it a bit.
movie. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah. He took his time.
Yeah.
You guys put
They're back.
the cooler pretty far away, like
Yeah,
deep
well,
in the bush there.
He's just trying
and
to
to, like,
make sure it's not too close
wade knee deep through
What do you-
some kind of bush there to
Yeah.
there.
get the stuff in. A little itchy.
Well, some kind of bush you can't identify.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Well, if there's one
dangerous
thing
to
that you're not
navigate.
able to identify, it's bush, that's for sure.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. All sorts of foliage.
Not sure how to interpret that, but
Yeah, sorry about
no,
that.
my calves are a little itchier than when I went in there. So
Oh, I got
Well,
some
don't worry about it.
ointment.
Just,
I got some dry skin stuff if you'd like.
Just make sure it doesn't get on the mics, whatever.
yeah,
chap,
I'll
like.
put a little on. It's just a little sore.
But if you
legs.
if you keep itching that though, it's going to get pretty raw
Hey,
pretty
he
quickly.
knows what he's doing. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I would be able to identify something like poison ivy or stinging nettle. Like, it's just, I don't know what it is.
stinging nettle. That sounds bad.
Never even heard of it. Is that a band?
Like a hairband.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be.
Yeah. Well, your leg does look kind of red.
It's getting a little redder the more I scratch it. So I'll keep an eye on it.
Or a mall. Camping in a mall could be kind of fun.
What about like a hotel that was set up, but it was all camping?
Oh.
Like it was a hotel, but
Would it be like
you had
fake
like a
trees and
you had
stuff
like a
in there?
tent inside, like a
Yeah.
theme room.
Sure, there are some
That's a great
hotels
idea.
that have theme rooms.
Yeah.
But
you know?
never a camping theme room.
You're right.
That's a great pitch.
But that's actually, I just read the other day that there are now campsites that you can go to where they've got everything set up for you. The tent is there. They've got the camp stove, everything you possibly need.
Parks Canada has this new thing called Authentics.
Yeah.
Where you can go and it's like kind of like a canvas wall tent, but it's like an A-frame, almost like a cabin. It's got the canvas top but a wooden bottom. It's all set up. There's like bunk beds in there. There's a stove like on the outside, like
Right.
a big barbecue, and it's all stocked. There's like a
60-inch
usually
television.
pretty close to the bathroom.
Oh, my marshmallow's on fire.
jeez.
Don't fling it. Yeah.
You got it. There you go. Ow, ow, ow.
Okay.
Careful.
Oh, that's burnt. I'm still going to eat it.
They taste good that way, actually.
I'm going to eat it. It's still
The leg is terrible.
getting it in the beard.
Whoa, that is really, really red.
Really red.
Yeah.
And that's the hard thing about camping is figuring out what you need to bring.
I had no idea.
Like, maybe we should start a website. Here's a pitch for you, where we just tell everybody what you need to bring. Here's your list, and then we ship it to you.
Oh.
Hey? Kind of like an Amazon of all your camping supplies. This is what you're going to need.
Yeah, we send it all
Maybe
to you
bring
in
some
one
ointment
package.
for your red leg or whatever. How do those
whatever
leaves
you got
work?
going
Okay,
on there.
guys, I don't know. I'm rubbing these wet leaves all over my legs, but now my hands are a little red. too,
Holy moly.
but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be okay. It's just a little swelling.
It's probably
right?
just an allergy, really.
And
just
maybe
a little
don't wipe
swell.
it on your face, though. You're
Yeah.
not allergic to peanuts or anything, are you?
no,
Okay.
but birch trees. But I don't think there's any around here.
Okay. Well, we should be good then.
Okay.
But what do you need for supplies, Derek? You're kind of the expert on this. What do we need to? What are the absolute essentials if we're going to go camping?
Okay. Matches. Some kind of fire starting supplies.
Yeah.
That's true.
Survivor Man would tell you need to have at least 3 ways to start a fire at any time. So, flint and steel, maybe matches and a lighter, something like that. You probably
I
need...
just on the fire thing though. I
Yeah.
have to admit, I feel really emasculated sometimes when I've tried to start fires, and I'm not very good at it. If the wood is slightly wet, in the very least, it's almost impossible for me.
They say that the true test is if you can start a fire in the rain.
Ah, you are a man,
Well, yeah, that's a good test.
and you have to do that before you get married to prove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was the basic thing. I thought everybody did that, but maybe not. Maybe it's just my father-in-law.
Gasoline works really well, I find.
I
If you have a good
suppose. What else do you need? You need a tent. You need something to sleep in. So maybe a tent, maybe a RV if that's your thing.
right.
Maybe just the knowledge of what trees would go well to craft your own shelter in the bush. Sleeping bag, some kind of shelter.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
So you got your shelter, you got your fire, and I guess you need some food, probably, and some water.
Oh, for water, you could just bring that thing from what was the movie? Kevin Costner. Waterworld.
Yeah.
You know that thing that solar distills your urine so you can drink it? That way you never run out of water.
You know what? And that's about as heavy as bringing, like, let's say a 12-pack of water, but I like your idea much better.
Yeah.
It gets to, like, you know, reduce, reuse, recycle kind of thing.
Let's build one later.
Yeah, I don't think we'd feel like real outdoorsmen unless we were drinking our own pee.
No.
Stop, Scott.
No, I'm sorry. Sorry. I mean, really, if you think about it, we're all drinking someone else's pee. If you think about the water cycle, you know,
I
it's
don't
all
wanna
coming
think
back.
about that.
So,
Bear mace, I hear, is a thing.
no.
Well,
Like, is it
it's
actually
called pepper spray, bear spray, right?
Bear spray.
Is bear spray and bear mace the same? Like, is bear spray
Yeah.
something that bears use when they use the bathroom, or is bear spray like something you spray around the campsite to repel bears? Like,
I sprayed 2 cans around here earlier just to be safe.
That's why my eyes are burning a little bit. I
it
wasn't
is kind
sure.
of peppery out here.
Gets rid of that fire.
But like bear mace, you like actually spray it if a bear is charging you.
It's like a last ditch. It has to be pretty close to you in order to use it.
You've hit rock bottom if you have to
You're
use this bear spray.
standing your ground and spraying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty nuts.
Are you supposed to stand your ground when you use it?
Yeah. No matter what, you're supposed to stand your ground as the bear charges you.
It's kind of like gorillas in the mist. They won't respect you if you don't stand your ground.
Yeah, kind of. Although a grizzly bear, you're not supposed to look in the eyes, but a black bear, you are supposed to.
So if it's a black bear, you're supposed to stare at it.
And make yourself big and talk calmly. Yeah.
And if you don't know if it's a black bear or grizzly bear, do you just ask it first, or like do you do a?
Yeah, excuse me.
You have color swatches. You can check out.
Do you have a hump on your back?
You go back to it.
You just you hold up your phone and you say, "Okay, Google, what is this thing?"
Yeah. Well, which one do you play dead with?
With a grizzly.
Okay.
You lay down and you cover your neck.
Don't look at it, and you get down. You cover your head.
Well, only if it's going to attack you. It might bluff charge you too.
Right.
Can you play other things with it too, like cards
cribbage?
Or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or you just play offended. You hurt my feelings.
Role play, charades.
Yeah. You can have fun with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a polar
Depends
bear,
on the bear.
if it's a polar bear, you're probably just dead.
You're
right?
just screwed. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
It's that time again. It's time for our shameless plug. And this week we have an incredible sponsor. We're so pleased to have come on board the Pitch Guys bandwagon.
Yeah. So believe it or not, we have been generously sponsored this week by Chevrolet and their new model of suspiciously unmarked panel vans.
I don't know about you guys, but you know, sometimes you just need a van, and sometimes you need that van to have no windows, non-marked, just blend in. And you know, these new Chevrolet vans really hit that mark.
Yeah, absolutely. Like when I'm trying to scope out the new neighbors and find out what they're about.
Totally.
Sometimes I want to park a vehicle a few meters from their house that maybe has a decal I choose on the side of it.
Totally. You need a vehicle that you can put longer objects in, objects you don't need the neighbors looking in and seeing what you got going on, and you know, they can mind their own business. You don't have to worry about it. You can keep what's in the van safe from prying eyes. You know, whatever kind of deliveries you got to make, whatever kind of things you got to pick up, whatever you got to move around.
High-end unlicensed technology that you did not purchase outright.
You know, vans like this are just good for moving around anybody you have to move around, you know?
Yeah, anybody that you need or body that you have to haul. Lots of people can fit in this thing, like piles of people. And it has cargo space. It's well built.
Like you
and
wouldn't
great gas
believe.
mileage. Yeah. Whether you're moving like 50 lobsters, this thing's going to get you where you need to be.
Totally.
Yeah, it comes
Van.
in 70s burnt brown, if you need that.
Yeah.
It comes in government gray. Okay. It also comes in way too white,
Just like Alan.
just like Alan. So this
proud of
product
that.
is well built. It's functional. It's fully customizable. It is ready for any kind of signage you want to slap on the side,
Or
for
no
as
signage.
temporary as it needs to be. So the new Chevrolet 2020 fleet of windowless, nondescript panel vans.
The Chevrolet Intruder.
So you pass me one of those dogs.
Yeah, you bet, for sure. Here you go.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
I'm going to put the stick right through this one, I think.
Yeah, just be
Something
careful.
to be said about a well-roasted hot dog,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
You know what I like on my hot dogs? And this is a thing that I have invented. Nobody else has ever done before me.
Okay.
Cheese whiz.
Cheese whiz
It is
on
the
a
best.
hot dog.
Yeah.
That's been done.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I was the first.
No, people put cheese whiz on the buns. I mean, they don't slather it right on the dog usually. They cut it, but
I usually put some cheese slices inside my hot dog bun, but I've never tried cheese
Well,
whiz.
I would like to do both. Really cheese it up.
You know, I tried last summer a hot dog in a croissant, and it changed my life.
A croissant.
Yeah.
What did they call that? Raw dog? Craw dog?
I don't know. It was whatever you want to call it.
You just are rhyming. You're a rhyming fool.
Quad dog, actually. Quad dog
Oui.
is what it's
It's a
called.
French thing.
Oh.
And if
good,
it's a
Al.
raw quad dog, then you've really got some.
Yeah. You're going to get worms.
Yeah. You're not coming out of it.
Well, I actually, just to be on the safe side, in case we wanted it, I have pre-spread cheese whiz on all those hot dog buns sitting on that, just over there by the tent.
Well, I wish you'd ask for our permission ahead of time.
There's a whole bunch of hot dog buns.
Yeah, just
with
pre-spread
cheese whiz
with
by the
pre-spread
tent.
with the cheese whiz.
Just outside there, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but we talked about this though on the way in, right?
Why?
We don't want
What?
to put food by the tent.
Why?
That's where we sleep. That's,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
animals
close to
like
where we
food.
sleep.
We
Fine, don't
wanna try to keep the animals away from where we
Yeah,
sleep.
but
You know-
whoa, they're like a bird that eats hot dogs.
Come on.
They're barely
I mean,
meat.
well, there's lots of different kinds of animals that might like hot dogs.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
animal, I mean, hot dogs, come on.
Yeah.
Humans maybe, but I can't imagine a bird or any sort of animal getting anything out of that.
Well,
It's fine.
I left those steaks out so they defrost for tomorrow.
where'd you put those? Like,
Well,
like
they're just right over-
in the tree, right? Where we talked about, where they're hanging like 15 feet off the
No,
ground.
I don't want like bugs to get at them and I don't want things
So
getting at them in the tree.
Where'd you put those?
I
I just
got,
put them behind my tent over there.
I got one tucked under my
gosh.
pillow in saran wrap.
Oh gosh. Yeah. That heat from the head is what's going to really get them ready and soft
You know,
and
that's what we
defrost them.
talked about, guys. We want to keep our food away from where we sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, mister. Oh, just because I've been camping. I mean, I know we defer to you on this, but come on. You're just being a little...
I know you know the rules, but I don't want to not enjoy myself either. Here, Derek.
I guess we can bend the rules one time. What's the harm?
Yeah. Like,
It's probably not going to bring anything.
no.
Okay.
Leech Lake.
Anyway, I got to run to the washroom. I'll be back, though.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
We need a flashlight or anything?
No, I'll just like stand outside the fire glow for a few moments and let my eyes adjust. I'll be good.
Camper of his caliber.
He's like a
he
ranger
needs
from Lord of the Rings.
exactly. He needs a...
He's like Aragorn.
Just check while you're over there. Maybe check on the steaks and see where they're at, if they're going to be
Yeah. Okay.
defrosted by tomorrow
Let me
morning.
know
Sounds
if they're
good,
getting
will
there.
Will do.
And don't pee on them.
Yeah, don't be on the steaks.
Yeah,
We've got some pretty serious tents that we brought with us here.
that's true. Well, Derek does supply nothing but the best.
He's been a good guy.
Guys.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
There's some really big tents out there, like
Guys, there's a
whole
snowy
family
owl
sized
over here.
ones.
I know. I like the ones with the compartments. You've got 4 bedrooms in the whole thing, and
Got like a foyer in some of them.
it's some of them will even have like a porch foyer, same type of thing.
Squirrels out. Ow, my eyeball. Ow.
There's like extra waterproof ones.
You,
Hey, hey,
What's up?
Look who's got
Did you not see that owl?
No, if you had told us there was an owl, I would have loved to have seen
Yeah,
that.
no kidding. Like
mean,
if
I
you're gonna be a little bit considerate.
Becking right in my face.
Oh yeah,
What's
what's going on with your eyeyelid there?
I don't. Oh god.
You got like a hole in your eyelid.
Oh smokes.
you put those leaves up there?
That's
Did you get that scratchy thing going on your legs there? But
trying to stop the bleeding
God, I
here.
think
with
that
this.
actually you need to. Something's going on there.
Yeah,
it's-
that eyelid is kind of tattered.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys didn't hear me calling for you.
No. Didn't we have like a secret call you were going to do if you were
I
in
couldn't
trouble?
make the
or-
squirrel sound. I don't know. I
that's
said
me.
squirrel sound. I didn't know how
I'm
to do
supposed
it.
to do that. Yeah, well, get this on there. You're
Well,
bleeding like all
hopefully-
heck there.
Hopefully this
Jeez.
stops.
You brought first aid, right?
Yeah.
You must have
well,
like scratched
it'll
yourself
be
pretty good of a tree branch or
it'll-
something.
it'll be
Good
okay.
Did you get the marshmallows?
Oh Jesus! The owl took them all.
What owl?
Okay, you know what? I'm going to deal with his eyeball. You guys can do it.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Well, in case you want to at least contribute for once to
Sure.
the podcast, we were talking
Sure.
about we were talking about accommodations, and we were talking about
Our
these
tents are pretty cool,
fantastic
isn't it?
tents
Yeah.
that we brought with us. But
And they just
just
like
kind of Just push it in a bit. There.
Okay.
Just,
There you go.
there you go.
that
Stop
feels-
scratching.
feels a
for
lot
crying out loud.
better.
It's getting a little annoying.
Sorry. It's just,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some pretty gnarly tents you can buy if you
Yeah.
put some money on it. And, like multi-room tents, tents with tunnels, tents that connect to tents. They're pretty cool.
You know, and then in the trailer category, I have seen some people bring trailers
Yeah.
that are fancier than my house.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, agreed.
I mean, there are some trailers that are so huge,
Yeah.
they get to the location and you think that they're actually, you press a button and they're going to dig out a basement on location.
Jeez.
That'd
And
be
if
an
that doesn't
interesting
exist,
option.
it should be. It
Yeah.
should exist,
A
right?
hot tub rips out of the trailer.
Right, yeah. Just like you get there, you press a button, it's kind of like a transformer. It just digs in, and
That's how Transformers sound. Yeah.
generally they always make that sound. I know you can do squirrels, but I can do the.
I don't do
Transformer.
squirrels.
You do them all the time.
That's nuts.
I've seen your bedroom.
Oh, okay. I have a lot of posters of wildlife. It's my thing.
Yeah, well,
Derek, that shirt is ruined.
what happens?
Oh, yeah. Let's not
no,
have,
yes.
any raw meat around the campsite. You look like raw meat right now.
You could use a steak on your eye right about now.
Oh,
Actually,
you know what? That actually may be a good idea. I think one of them wasn't quite frozen. I'm just gonna slap that in there.
I'd like to see tents shaped like things. You know, it'd be kind of cool to sleep in a giant lake.
phallic.
No.
You don't want a shaped tent.
No.
It would be pretty cool though. When you got to the campsite, you know, you're in site 43, and then you got a family right next to you, and your tent looks like a big. Okay, sorry.
No, I'd like a tent shaped kind of like a big animal or something. You know, you're sleeping in a mascot or like sleeping in a teddy bear. You know, it'd be cool for the kids.
You know, there's a Bear Grylls episode. You know, if we're talking the opposite of the super trailer, there's a Bear Grylls episode where he actually finds a dead animal that's been recently killed, and it's like in the winter, and he needs to stay warm, and he actually like crawls inside the
This is
carcass
Star Wars.
of the
I was just
animal,
going to say, this is
and he
Empire
stays
Strikes
in there.
Back.
Well, there you go. Bear Grylls must have stolen it from there. So
Yeah, he ripped that right off.
Does that work?
he survived the night. I mean, allegedly. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
they
television,
probably
so
killed the animal.
They probably found
it.
some farmer that had a horse that died or something
Yeah,
and put him inside.
Doesn't
Can we
Leo-
buy this horse and?
Doesn't Leonardo DiCaprio sleep in a horse in The Revenant?
Oh yes, he does.
Yeah.
The Revenant.
Yeah.
There's a movie.
He's a little guy, so he can fit in that horse. But
Yeah.
you ever slept in a horse?
No.
Never
Well,
had
there's
to.
another. There's a
Never
whole other type of camping, horse
There
camping.
you go.
We have a business that
That's
we
a
start
horse
up.
blanket.
The horse blanket.
Horse Blanket Ranches. Come on out for your true, authentic experience.
Yeah.
We give you a horse that's about to die.
We only buy really old horses.
Yeah, no, they have to die naturally. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not into animal cruelty.
No,
These horses have already died
Yeah.
on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not killed by us.
Yeah,
No.
a couple days.
Yeah,
at most.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then we slice it open, and you sleep in that for the night.
We
Yeah.
provide you a wake up and a pillow. And you're going to want a mint on that pillow.
Well, as much as I question the super trailers, one thing that I do think would be entertaining would be getting a motorhome and like driving cross country in a motorhome. I feel something like it's nostalgic.
Hey, they have those motorhomes that like extend out the sides now and get like
Yeah.
twice as big.
Yeah.
Is there something that is there a fail safe in case they decide they're going to do that when you're barreling down the highway?
I don't know.
Like, do you throw a living room and
I'm-
it knocks the vehicle out of the passing lane?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that there's got to be some sort of lock on it. That is probably not going to happen while you're in motion. But wouldn't it be cool if you said, you know, we could use a little more space right now, and then you're like, then you're into the other lane before you know it.
Yeah.
And there are motorhomes now that have garages on them.
No, there's
Yes,
not.
there are. They're for their toys. You
Oh
got
my God.
a quad
like a
or
quad
some sort of
garage on the back.
Exactly. You've got something on the back there.
So could you slam on your brakes and collect like a car that was traveling too close behind you?
Oh yeah,
It's like a James Bond movie right
I
there.
think you can drive into those things in James Bond movies and Knight Rider. Knight Rider used to drive into a semi on
and
the
Paw
highway.
Patrol. Yeah.
They do that in Paw Patrol.
Oh yeah, they got Paw Patrol. You can drive right out of that thing.
Paw Patrol is steeped in a lot of reality. People don't realize that.
There's a lot of life lessons.
Yeah.
Eye is looking saggy.
Hey, the bleeding stopped. Are you sure it's not
Can
just
you
the
even
steak?
see out of that thing at
I
this
can
point?
see out of one eye. That's one.
Which
one?
one?
Really scratched your cornea.
The left one.
Well, you're good then.
Yeah.
You got like a little bit of a flap situation going on, I think, there.
You know, we'll
Your
just
eyeball.
we can later on you can stitch it for me. It's okay.
Whatever was on
You're
your
going to have
arm,
to
you've
tell us
now
how to
got it.
stitch it.
I'll run
It's
you
not,
through it. It's
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
whatever rash or whatever
Well,
the
don't
hell
rub
that
it.
was on your arm. Yeah, you
and
got
stop
that
itching
on
for
your
crying
face
out
now.
loud.
It's helping. I think the itching is
You
helping.
look really inflamed. Anyways, that's not good.
So, what do you have any suggestions for things that we could do tomorrow? I mean, we're out here in the wild, and
What are things people can
I
do?
haven't really thought about it. I didn't bring any board games.
Yeah, when the campfire is done, what are some activities?
Role
when
play,
the
or-
campfire is done, we usually go to bed.
Yeah, I mean, what
Oh,
let's
you
pitch
mean
some
tomorrow?
ideas out here. You teach us.
Well, fishing, would be a good thing to do. We're here on this beautiful Leech Lake.
You brought hooks, I'm assuming.
Yeah. We could use.
What are some things you can use for bait?
Leeches. I'm assuming
Oh,
Leech
Leech
Lake.
If
I've never been
your
here
eye
before, but
continues to
leeches,
droop like that, we might have some really interesting bait that we can use.
People use worms. People use cheese.
Oh, yeah.
A
They
little
like
bit of cheese.
Velveeta, I hear.
I've heard
Velveeta
that.
is huge.
Yeah,
I like Velveeta.
People
I mean,
love
who
Velveeta.
doesn't, right?
Have you ever done that fishing where it's just you in the water, like you're slapping a salmon out of a stream?
That
No, fly
sounds
fishing?
really
No,
metaphorical.
like just using your paws, your hands.
No, I think that's just a bear thing.
Yeah, but like, can a person do that?
You
don't
can
know.
do it. You just got to be really, really.
Yeah.
You got to get right in there at the right time. I
Yeah.
think.
You got to feel it. You have to be when the salmon are running, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hiking is always a good thing. Going finding a nice mountain hike or a trek around.
If you're in the
trek around
city, it's
lake.
just called walking.
Yeah.
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 Different shoes maybe or different terrain. Hiking, I guess. Elevation change.
Oh, I got some smoke right in the face.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wind shifted. Yeah. So are we gonna for a hike? We're gonna do a hike tomorrow.
Yeah, we could do a hike tomorrow. We could do a nature hike where we look for some plants. I could use some yarrow right around
You
now.
could use some aloe.
I need some. I could use a lot of
ice cream pill of aloe.
What's the one activity I enjoy? I know you're a
that?
big fan of this, Trevor. Is the magic fire?
Oh, mystic fire.
Mystic
magic
fire, is that what you call it?
Yeah, the colored powder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like to just whip it into the
Got,
fire and pretend that I'm a wizard.
If you have some of that stuff, we should give it a try.
I didn't bring any.
Oh man.
You know what we did bring though? We brought some coffee whitener.
Coffee.
And that works?
And you can just take that like coffee creamer, powdered coffee creamer, and just throw that stuff in the fire. Pretend it's like
What's that do?
the
Let's give it a go.
academies come together. Okay, here we go.
Go get some.
All right.
Okay,
You got some
Just
reading?
go
I'll be
grab-
right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. We're just gonna narrate what he's doing. He's he's running over to the tent there.
Yeah.
Just move those stakes out of the way.
not to keep this stuff in the tent.
Okay, sorry.
Oh,
it's
don't
not a
step
big
on those
deal.
stakes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, he's
got it.
back. He's got
Okay.
the case. So this is coffee whitener.
Yeah, okay, so like a Midnight Society, when we were kids, we used to
from Are
watch
You Afraid
Little
of the
Are You
Dark?
Afraid of the Dark.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna just
This
like
would be
take this.
mystical.
I'm gonna I just like hold it in my hand and I blow it
Okay.
through my hand into the fire.
Yeah,
okay?
this is gonna be awesome.
Okay.
Oh, it's beautiful! Look at that. You see the blues in there?
Okay, that exploded faster than I thought it was going to.
I didn't see color. I just saw his eyebrow go up.
Shouldn't have had my face quite so
Oh,
close
my
to the
goodness.
fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you got singed.
Usually it works better than that.
Well, it's pretty. Like, it looks great.
Usually works a little better.
It was kind of mystical, but
Well,
I don't
we'll-
think you should have your face so close.
no, I got a little too close. I was too into it.
We'll try it again. Maybe not. Maybe
no,
not.
let's not
better
repeat
not.
that.
Okay.
I better not. But you get the point. You get the idea, right?
Yeah, that was cool, but I don't think it's worth having an eyebrow that's half
Okay.
the size of
On
normally
the
should
plus
be.
side, it
It actually,
cauterized most of the
it
blood
looks
there.
like,
so it's
you're
okay.
not bleeding over
It's
there
okay.
anymore.
Yeah, it actually worked okay.
Gives you kind of a rugged look. Pretty good.
It's good.
What are some other activities that people can do out in the great outdoors?
Badminton.
Badminton, yes.
It's
Yeah.
a big thing.
Bush badminton.
Bush
yeah.
badminton. Yep.
Yeah, bush.
It's alliteration.
Yeah. It's a growing sport.
Okay, we're going to market our bush badminton kit here.
Grab your shuttlecocks and throw it up over the trees, and it's a timeless sport from explorers long past.
Canoeing, kayaking.
Yeah.
Any of those. We should have brought one, but
Yeah.
kind of long hike in here, so maybe not so
Kind
good.
of a stupid question, but do you think we could do some swimming tomorrow without getting too many leeches
I think that's a great
at
idea.
Leech Lake here?
Well, it's. I don't think they have them here.
No, it's probably just one of those things where the name doesn't really reflect the place
They just
at all.
said, "What are we going to call this? We've got nothing else.
Yeah.
We'd like some alliteration. Let's
I
go
bet
with
you a
Leech
guy
Lake."
named Leech discovered the spot.
Yeah.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roger.
And we could always just
Leech.
pour the salt on the leeches, and that'll just take care of them if we do find any.
What does that do?
They just dries them right up, and they let go and fall off.
Oh, like slugs.
It's kind of terrible thing, if you think about the leech. But
What do you do if you get a leech on you?
I just
Besides
told you.
salt. If you don't have salt.
I don't know, pick it off.
You pick it
Well,
off.
a leech will actually take out the bad blood too. If you've got a bad injury, or,
Medieval medicine.
I've heard of
Right.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all they did for a while.
leeching, I believe.
Leeching. Do you ever tame animals when you go camping? Do you try to domesticate animals?
I try.
Yeah, that always goes really well.
Become
right?
a falconer? Or
Right.
I try to follow leave no trace, so
Yeah.
I don't bother the animals.
We want to leave a footprint.
No, exactly.
Chips are pretty good.
I'm just leaving my Walmart bags everywhere, but
I'm picking them up after you every single time.
you've
so.
been doing that?
Yeah. It's like a breadcrumb thing. I hope you haven't been leaving it to find your way back. 'Cause
No, I find it kind of amusing. I actually brought out whole bags of used diapers and old Walmart in bags.
a lot of
here, and I
single-use plastics just
Well,
to deposit in the
Yeah,
woods.
exactly. I mean, I think it's better out here rather than have that in the city. There's a lot of space out here.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody's using it most of the time. So,
Yep.
and the weird thing about it is that I don't even have an infant. So, getting my hands on all those diapers has been quite a
Been
task.
saving them up.
That's kind of messed up.
Is that the? I think I just saw the International Space Station just rocket by there.
Oh, nice.
Or is that a plane?
One or the other.
Yeah.
I don't think planes come out here. This is the wilderness.
Yeah. If you had to hike 5 kilometers in, we're not going to see nothing.
No.
No, there's no way a plane's going to come across
Yeah,
it.
that's the ISS.
There's no
for sure.
civilization
Yeah,
out
totally.
here
Yeah.
at all. Yeah. Some people bring technology outside. They find activities that involve TV and, I hope there's not people trying to game when they go camping.
No.
They'll bring their PS4s.
You could go geocaching. It's kind of a blend of nature
is
and
geocaching?
natural. Well, there's people go and hide things in the forest or in anywhere, and then they post the coordinates online,
Bodies.
and you could use it to hide bodies or drugs or whatever. But most people use it
sounds
for
fun.
good things.
Right.
So it's you use these coordinates to find little treasures.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you find it, then you post on the internet that you found it.
Do you get to keep it?
No, you have to leave it where it is, but you can maybe take something out of it, and if you put something into it, yeah,
Or
Have you-
shit in the box just for fun.
you could. The next person might
It's a
complain.
real practical joke.
Yeah, maybe there's prank caches.
Yeah,
It's expected that you leave a fresh poo in there every time.
that's
geopoo.
That's a special category of geocache.
Have you found a lot of geocaches?
Yeah, I've had a few in my time.
What's the coolest thing you ever geocached?
There was I found the coolest cache that we ever found was like a full size cooler with a bunch of movies inside of it.
Wow.
So we just got to we took a movie out of it. You didn't even have to put a new movie in. The guy just emptied out all of his DVDs and he just filled it up with DVDs.
just-
So
He
we
was
could take one.
restocking it.
Yeah, so we took that.
What movie did you get?
I can't even remember what we got, but
Home Alone
I was
2?
excited about it.
Yeah.
Lost in New York, of course.
Yeah.
That
Max
would
and
be good.
Me.
That'd be good.
Mac and Me.
Oh, Mac and Me, right? Yeah. You know what I like about camping most of all is the eating.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had the cheese whiz, we got the steaks.
Yeah.
Defrosting over there.
there.
So, is there a particular camping food that you guys really like? Like the marshmallow is an art
Marshmallows
form,
and hot
right?
dogs. We've had a few
Yeah.
good things here.
Yeah. Derek's eyes kind of turning me off my appetite right
Yeah,
now.
no kidding.
Starting to ooze a bit there.
Yeah.
One thing I actually tried recently was a cake in a Dutch oven. And just waiting for the response.
Okay.
Dutch oven is like a cast iron container, not like the popular trick you play on your wives. Yeah.
Okay.
And we made a cake in there, and it was delicious.
Really?
Yeah. You just got to get some coals going, and it's
Chocolate cake?
It's delightful. No, it was apple upside down cake.
Now, excuse me for not knowing my terminology, but there's some sort of device, like a thing you put over a campfire, and you put your bread inside of this kind of iron
A bush pie.
bush pie.
bush
There
pie,
you
yes.
go.
I don't know what to do to enjoy bush pie.
So
I don't know what goes into it.
That's
What-
a whole
Lots of different
other
ways that you could
episode.
enjoy it.
Yeah,
What
I
do
mean,
you stick into this bush pie?
I think you can stick anything you want into your bush pie.
Yeah.
as long as you're okay with it. Like
Chicken.
okay, you could put chicken in there. Okay, so you've got bread on the outside.
Yeah.
I'd say pizza sauce.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Pizza bush pie is
Marshmallow.
good.
Some
Yeah.
pepperoni,
Marshmallow, pepperoni, and pizza sauce.
cheese whiz.
Yeah.
Put eggs
Eggs,
inside.
you gotta have
avocado.
eggs. Yeah,
Eggs and ham.
Avocado would be good.
Yeah.
Applesauce.
Oh. Sounds disgusting.
Not all in the same one, in
Oh, okay.
separate bush pies.
I don't
So
know.
it's really just like you're making a panini or something outside.
Kind of, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
We should open up a new chain restaurant called Bush Pies,
Bush pies.
Ah.
and then you can
Bush pies,
customize.
guys.
Pitch
Yeah.
guys, bush pies. I
Pitch
don't
guys,
know.
Bush
bush
pies.
pies.
Yeah.
And you can customize the ingredients. It's kind of like Subway.
Yeah.
So you go in there and you say, "Yeah, I'll take the M&Ms and I don't know, jalapenos."
Yeah. We just have a big
Jalapenos.
fire going.
yeah,
It would be a niche
Oven
A
roasted.
niche restaurant.
yeah.
For people who really enjoy bush pies but don't go camping.
Right. And
Yeah.
do they get to cook their own over the fire, or do we cook it for them?
I think we load them up and we give them the bush pie.
We don't want to do the work.
Utility, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And we got to somehow vent that fire outside, so we got to have fan or something
Yeah.
in there. That
I like s'mores.
Yeah. You can't
They're
go
always
wrong.
great.
Yes, they are delicious.
I don't go camping hardly ever, but I'll make them in my microwave at home.
yeah.
They're delightful.
You see, it's
Graham and marshmallow and chocolate.
It's not really my thing. The marshmallow, I think, is an overrated food item.
That's a bold statement.
Basically, gelatinous sugar
Yes.
is what it is.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of nutrition in it.
I'd like to see chicken stuffed with s'mores. Think that would be succulent?
I disagree with you.
A s'more stuffed chicken.
I have a feeling that would work if you wrapped it in bacon. Mm-hmm. If you had bacon around
anything
the
wrapped in
outside,
bacon would be good.
If you wrap
graham cracker,
anything in
bacon, and marshmallow, and it's probably going to be okay.
Sweet and savory and salty.
We
got
should
a
give
lot
it
of
okay.
the-
Where is that bacon? Or give it a try. Where is that bacon?
I'd like to do a camp trip where we just eat a full pan of bacon.
That's it. That's
Just
the
make
only
that your
meal.
meal.
Yeah, well, we've got some. I think I've got it in the tent there in the back of the tent.
You want to cook some
so-
bacon over this fire.
Oh, we'll maybe try it here in a
I
bit.
got a pan.
Yeah,
Okay.
You could set up kind of like a grill kind of thing maybe over top.
yeah.
Yeah.
I packed a little grate so we could put it on top.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Anything you can cook over a fire sounds pretty good to me. Pretty tasty.
Do you want me to go grab that stuff?
Yeah, maybe grab the bacon.
Okay.
It's just right beside my sleeping bag.
You
Okay.
lift that, yeah.
And
It's just outside. It's handy to grab.
Yeah. Oh,
sure.
you didn't. Okay, I'll get bacon. You want some steaks too, or just
No, the steaks are for tomorrow.
Okay.
That's why they're out defrosting.
Wow,
so
I
don't knock them over when you cook.
Are you
I'm just
even gonna
not
be able to
thinking
see
straight
the
right now.
bacon
I'm just
there?
a
Can you
little
see?
I can see. It's okay. Don't please, you guys.
Well, you're all scratching and you can't
Yeah.
see.
You know what? It's okay.
You look like a
are you
zombie.
guys the people who go camping a lot, or am I? I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
touche.
okay.
It's
Okay,
true. Yeah,
you know,
you
I'll
got
be
us.
fine.
True that.
I'll be fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a bit.
Yeah, I'm worried. Like
I don't know. He's a little bit of a killjoy. In some ways, I wish we would have actually just you and me would have gone and done this.
well, we wouldn't learn
ourselves.
as much, but yeah, it would be a little more enjoyable because seeing over there puss eye.
I know he's
trying to-
complaining constantly.
Yeah.
He's been scratching like
Like
a.
if he's got eczema, why did he come out here?
So, what are some alternatives to camping then, Trevor? If you can't get away, what would you do?
Well,
Do you want to
normally-
get that experience?
Yeah, normally I can't get away. So I don't know. Like you could, if there's like a VR camping experience,
Yeah, VR.
you have like an
That
Oculus
would be
Rift
good
or something.
Yeah, augmented reality has become a thing. So,
Yeah. Like
That
if
would
you
be pretty
could
good.
camp from your living room with just some high-tech equipment on, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, do it from your PlayStation. Is there a PlayStation game, like a camping game? That you could...
I don't think so. I don't think so. But like you could do like virtual marshmallow roasting with the controllers.
I can see that being a big thing in the mobile game
Well, you wouldn't
world.
be able to taste them. Oh, there's a lot of commotion.
What the hell?
Yeah. What else could you do? You could sleep in your bed. Pretend you're in a camper.
Camping in your backyard is pretty cool if you don't have time.
Basement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, why would you even go outside? If
What the hell is he doing? Anyways, I wouldn't try to have a fire in your basement.
No,
that's not safe.
No, you gotta vent that stuff out. So
Yeah.
he's a noisy guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a little bit of a drama queen.
Yeah.
From time to time, but
Yeah. He knows his wilderness stuff, but he's not graceful. Well, I don't know if he's coming back.
well, we'll find him later. I'm sure he just went out. He's he likes to get out there and
Well, I want that bacon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Might have to go look for it. You want to just cook up the steaks, maybe?
We could, I guess. Yeah, they're probably
they're-
defrosted now.
I'll grab them, the cheese whiz, a couple other things. We should be good to go here.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great. I mean, we don't like to sign off without Derek here, but
No, we've never really signed off on him, but like, if he's off doing
going to
something.
be that selfish, then fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this has been our pitches, I guess, for camping while
bet.
camping. So
That's right. You made it through another whole episode. Way to go.
Yeah.
I just want to give a big shout out to our number one fan, SZ2828. Glad we could be there for you through all those hours of driving. Music for Pitch Guys. It's I don't know if you're aware of this, Trevor, but music for Pitch Guys is provided by Aces High.
No way.
Well, actually, it is Aces High, and it's by Kevin MacLeod. He doesn't do it live, but it's recorded, and we use that every single time.
Yeah.
So tune in next time and hear us discuss amusement parks and our pitches to make them better.
If possible.
Yeah, check us out on Twitter at Pitch Guys, and our Twitter account is managed by Derek, so we are definitely going to need to...
Yeah, we're going to need him back.
We're going to need him back for this.
Hopefully
but
he shows up for the next podcast here.
And also we have a Facebook. You can find us at Pitch Guys Podcast. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, so believe it or not, we have been generously sponsored this week by Chevrolet and their new model of suspiciously unmarked panel vans. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have much use of a van typically, but...
Can't go dark with this.
We can... unlicensed technology that you did not purchase outright, that you're trying to move.
Yeah.
You know?
We're delivering
I
pizza.
have one of these vans.
Yeah.
And I will admit, I've had a few issues around daycares and PlayStations.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't need a van a lot. But sometimes you need a van that is blank, windowless, and is going to get the job done.